very admirable. And he's a Michigan guy, you know, so what else would you expect? Yeah, they've got a lot of weapons. I mean, you know, they play 3 different running backs, even 4 different running backs if Rex is available. They're all contributing in different ways. They all have their roles. I think they do a great job of putting guys in roles, offense, defense, special teams, regarding the things they do well. I mean, they put guys in position to do the things that they do well, and they try to hide them a little bit with their motions and formations and things like that. But we've got a lot of guys they can go to, and they'll go to they're not going to go to a player per se. They're going to go to a player that gives them the best chance to make the play based on what the defense is giving them, and that's kind of what Tom Brady's been so good at.
All right.
Their ability to create turnovers. I mean, every team wants to do it. What are they doing, or some of the things they're doing this year that made it such a dramatic rise?
That's a good question, probably for Coach Belichick. You know, they've done it. I know that. I know that the turnovers have been the interceptions, especially, but also the caused fumbles. Had the long run last week where they just pursued. I mean, it's just good football. You don't give anything up. You chase the ball down, and then they punch the ball out late and got the ball back after a big run. So the interceptions have been remarkable, especially with pressure. You know, I think they forced quarterbacks into throwing the ball up a little bit, and they've got guys that know how to make plays on the ball. So it's just good football in my mind. I don't think it's anything that's new to football. They're just doing it at a really high level.
Harbaugh talking there about the play Jonathan Jones made last week, where he got knocked down and then ran Nick Chubb down all the way on the other side of the field, forced a fumble inside the 5. Now, if he could chase Lamar Jackson down, that would be noteworthy. Can we show you some Patriots defensive numbers here? And can we compare them to the 2000 Ravens? Oh, they won the Super Bowl. And the 85 Bears, yes, they won the Super Bowl. The numbers are better. And this is a higher scoring league. This is a passing league now more than it has ever been. I mean, Mike Giardi wrote a couple of weeks ago on NFL.com how good this defense is, putting it in historic perspective. There we have even more evidence of that. Mike live with us now from Foxborough on NFL Now. Lamar Jackson, though, kind of changes the equation, doesn't it?
He certainly does, and as you mentioned, you're excited for this one. I am too. I'm really excited to see how the Patriots try to attack and take away what Lamar does best, and that's still running the football right now. Bill Belichick, we just spoke to him a short time ago, loquacious as ever on the subject of Lamar Jackson. Yes.
He's very fast, yeah. It's had great production.
What do you see out of him as a passer as well?
Good. Yeah, it's good.
Does he remind you of any specific quarterbacks that you faced in the past? I know you faced like Cam Newton, Russell Wilson. Just how do you go about containing such a duel with that threat quarterback?
Yeah, no, he's a major problem, and everybody's had trouble with him. You know, it'd be a big challenge for us. Yeah, he can do it all. He can run, he can throw. Can throw on the run, can extend plays. It's tough.
Just
loquacious.
So much. Yes, so much information there. Belichick has never, in his time with the Patriots, they've never had a quarterback rush for 100 or more yards against them. Lamar has rushed for 100+ in his last 2. I'm telling you, you're going to try to take that away and make him beat him with the arm. But he's shown great improvement there with the arm as well, Andrew. So it's going to be an exciting game.
Well, it's easier said than done, Mike, and it really does all begin and end with stopping the run. The Seahawks are doing a good job of it, and then on 3rd and 15, he runs for 13. On 4th down, they keep it. You know he's getting the ball, and you can't stop it.
He is, to me, and I think you talk to the teams that they've played, the most difficult guy in the league to tackle. And it's not because he's obviously the biggest guy. He doesn't run people over, but he's just so hard to square up and hit. And Belichick was talking today about the fine balance of keeping enough speed on the field to be able to handle him when he breaks contain or he gets into the open field, but also having enough big bodies up front because you have Mark Ingram, you have Edwards. They'll hit you in other directions, or they'll run Lamar up and inside. So you can't just say, we're going to go light here in the box, because that Ravens team will physically challenge you and will probably run you over. So it's really going to be a chess match between Belichick and his defensive guys, his son Steven and Gerard Mayo, who've sort of been splitting the roles there as the defensive coordinator, versus what Lamar and that offense is going to be able to do with Greg Roman. I'm sure, again, the chess match is going to be fascinating, Andrew, to see who gets the leg up on it.
Yeah, and the Browns ran on them early and actually somewhat late in that game. And really, once Cleveland fell behind big and they had to throw a lot, that's when. No, exactly. That's when the floodgates opened, so to speak. Granted, they opened earlier because it was a monsoon. Thank you, Mike Giardi there live in Foxborough as the Patriots get ready to head out on the road to Baltimore, and we get ready to head to Philadelphia. They're at home this week. They get a desperate Bears team.